Welcome to the first official video for the long range classroom that I'm going to be doing. I think I'm going to go ahead and name this. I wanted some sort of cool name. I couldn't really think of anything. The hardest part about long range shooting, I find, is wind. So how about Into the Wind? Something like that. I don't know. I'll figure it out. This is our introduction video. So if you guys are interested in starting from the beginning, or if you're a beginner, a new shooter, or even if you were, somewhat advanced, check it out. And we'll be moving along quite quickly. So the first thing is going over, what kind of gun, cartridges, what kind of shooting you're going to be doing. Is it long range hunting? What kind of animal? All of this stuff is going to be coming up. So a couple things I want to go over in this introduction video that you need to think of, because I can't help you pick out some of these things. I'm going to give you what I think, and then you're going to have to do some of the research and figure out what it is that you want, somewhere between what you want and what you need, right? Because what you want may not be what you need, and then what you need may not be what you want, right? So everyone, not everyone, but if, hey, here's a 50 BMG, let's go shoot it. Oh, hell yeah. But you don't want to carry that up a mountain, especially if you only have, let's say, 300 yards to shoot. You may not want to go with a 50 BMG. So that's where we're going to start, just in the introduction, kind of getting you ready before the going into the details. So I want you guys to think about accessibility on every aspect, meaning how far can you shoot, not your capability. Do you have private property you can go to? Do you have your own property? The public ranges around you? Do you have a place where you can shoot 200, 500, 1,000 yards, a mile? You got to really think about that, because you don't want to get into a situation where you spend $2,000 on a rifle, $2,500 on a scope, and because I want the 338 Lapua, but you've only got 200 yards to shoot. 338 Lapua ammo is very expensive, and that might not be the best way to go. And in most situations, it's probably not. So maybe in that situation, maybe all you need is a 308 or like a 6.5 Creedmoor, or if you're shooting, pigs or varmint shooting, maybe the 223 is the way to go. So I want you to think about that. Your accessibility is accessible to land, distance, types of animals you're going to be hunting. If you're doing that, are you going to be shooting steel, paper, or maybe you want a rig that's going to do all of it very good. You're going to be hunting, but you also want to shoot some steel out to several hundred yards or 1,000 yards. You're going to be shooting paper as well. So definitely need to be thinking about that as far as that goes. Accessibility on ammunition. Are you buying ammunition? Are you reloading ammunition? So the other thing about that goes as far as caliber, and we'll be getting into that as well. You definitely don't want to buy a gun that you can't get ammo for. If you're like a lot of people, you go out and you buy the cool gun. See the new one that came out. Well, it's been out for quite a while, but it's super popular for good reason. The 6.5 Creedmoor. Over the last 2 years, except for the last couple months, you couldn't even buy it. It wasn't on the shelves. When it was on the shelves, it's like $80, $90 a box, when it used to be $25. So we need to think about that when we're talking about our caliber as well. If you're going to be reloading, then we need to think about reloading components. Can you get primers? Can you get powder? Again, for the last 2 years, COVID, all this BS, it's all gone. You couldn't get it. And again, when you could, people were putting it on like Gunbroker for $100, $120 for a pound of powder that cost $25. It was typically, I would pay like $25 for it. I'd go to my local gun range, they would have it for $29. They bumped it up to $32, and I was like, damn, that's expensive. I haven't been able to buy H4350 in 2.5 years. And when I finally found it online at a retail shop, it was $49 a pound, and I was just paying $32 for it 2 years ago. BS, man, BS. But that's the world we're living in now. Gas prices went through the roof. That means shipping goes up. That means the price of everything goes up. So, but that's not what we're here to talk about. So start thinking about that. What I typically recommend is going with something that is, we'll say, in the popular realm, meaning it's a military caliber or used in the military. Something like a 223, something like a 308. That means that pretty much anywhere that you go, you will be able to find ammo. If you go to any local hunting shop anywhere in the US, essentially, if you have a 308, they're probably going to have ammo in normal situations. They're going to have 6.5, they're going to have 223, stuff like that. So you probably want to focus on one of those calibers. 300 Win Mag, that would be one of the ones I would recommend, especially for a newer shooter. You don't want to go straight to the 458 SOCON. That wouldn't be the right round anyway. Like a Shy Tac or any of those high-end 338 Lapua. It's probably not the best way to go as a beginner or really even intermediate, unless you kind of know what you're getting into, because ammo's expensive. And 338 Lapua, even though me specifically, I do reload for that round, reloading for that round is still expensive. Damn it, that's an expensive gun. Nonetheless, we'll go over all of that good stuff. So stay tuned, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you.